All right, Judge, what do you got?
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get to Joe Buck in time, MG. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well, Judge.
Sounds good. PT, of course, Joel Embiid is down in Miami in the front row of the left field bleachers for the home run derby yesterday. We've all seen it, whether we saw it live like me and Josh did, or I guess Mike didn't even see the highlights. Did you not even? I know you didn't watch the game. You didn't watch the home run derby at all, but did you see the highlight of this, Mike?
Nope, no highlights. Oh, of Embiid? Yeah, I did see the Embiid video. I saw that on Twitter last night.
I mean, he's so much taller and bigger than everyone around him. It's like your brain can't handle the visual at first. It looks like he's 50 feet closer to the camera than the people sitting next to him. Like, you have to adjust. That picture of him holding 2 baseballs in one hand, it's like if you guys were holding golf balls. I mean, that's the size of it. It seems like his hands are so big, it's like you're holding a couple robin's eggs in the palm of your hand. Yeah. I can just imagine it. Let's pretend you were a fan, all excited to go to the home run derby. You got your ticket for the second row. You show up in your seat, and you got to sit behind that giant pink wall of Joel Embiid the whole game. I mean, forget catching a baseball. Light isn't even reaching you there.
He did he was there with Pat Croce, it looked like.
I'm not sure who he was.
Pat Croce in the video?
Meek Mill.
And Meek Mill, yeah. Meek Mill and Pat Croce were in the video, it looked like, sitting with him.
So, Mike, Astros third baseman Alex Bregman crossed the troll line and messaged a fan back who wanted to trade him for the starting pitcher in the AL All-Star game. I mean, this fan, I read the message. He wasn't even ripping him, really. I mean, he was just kind of speaking as an armchair, analyst. Meanwhile, Bregman's making over $500,000 this year. He's only 23 years old. He's got millions of dollars waiting for him in his baseball career. He's got no leg to stand on here. Plus, you know that a fan is going to take what you write and DM him, and he's going to showcase it. I think Alex Bregman, not to coin a phrase, but he dropped the ball here. That's a 2000 move, not a 2017 move. That's what you do when you just learned about the internet. That's not what you do all these years later. Now Bregman's going to get all kinds of flack because everybody knows he's weak. Everyone's going to troll him. I would troll him. If he played in the NL East, I'd probably take a shot myself. Peter.
Yes.
A couple of years ago, Atlanta Hawks CEO Steve Koonin held a Tinder night at one of the Hawks games called Swipe Right Night.
Uh-huh.
A couple met there and ended up engaged from it. So now Koonin is paying for the wedding. But, I mean, that's arbitrary, isn't it? I mean, you can spring for a justice of the peace for $50. So, I mean, yeah, he's paying for a wedding, but we don't know what he's actually spending. But I digress. This couple has already, this was 2 years ago, they've already got a baby together.
Yes.
I mean, I guess they didn't bother to come back the following week for planned pregnancy night. When they gave out condoms and pictures of Ted Turner as a deterrent.
Ted Turner.
That's your contraceptive.
I understand that this promotion went over so well that Koonin has announced a potty training event next season called Swipe Front to Back Night.
Oh, man.
Nearly destroyed my own joke. And then also they're doing an interactive event that takes place inside the Hawks locker room showers called Grinder Night. Don't miss that one.
Use Cottonelles.
So, MG, Raptors guard Demar Derozan threw a basketball at a ref's head in Drew League summer play, angry about a previous non-call. And I know that, the real story is Nick Young got involved and intervened and all this, but I'll tell you, I read this article, the headline of it, Alex Putterman of the comeback. He makes it sound like a point-blank assault at the ref's head. But if you look at the video, he threw the ball from a half court away, and it had the inbound throw had an arc on it. I don't know how much damage he was trying to deal out. It's more like just sending a message. And the ref easily sidestepped the throw. It was a lob. I didn't see the non-call that caused all the concern, but you got to figure these renter refs down in Summer League, they're not probably fully vetted. I don't usually side with a player, but DeMar didn't go crazy here. I'm kind of like siding with him. I kind of believe that the ref missed the call. and that cooler heads had to prevail.
But this isn't even the summer league. This is like the local. It's called the Drew League in Los Angeles. It's just like a bunch of guys out there on the blacktop. I mean, this isn't a real league. I mean, it's a real league, but it's like you going out to like the park.
Well, I mean, they charge for tickets. I mean, it's not free admission. Plus, I mean, if Swaggy's there, there's going to be people showing up just to see him.
Yeah.
I mean, they may not call it quote unquote summer league, but it's definitely like I'm bored. What do you want to do? League.
Yeah, it's the summer league for like guys who aren't playing in the NBA or trying to,
and refs who can't ref in the NBA because they're legally blind or something.
That's true.
So you're just asking for trouble in that situation. So, Peter, NASCAR's Joey Logano and his wife climbed into a Shelby Ford and burned rubber and did donuts so that so much smoke and carbon dioxide launched into the air that people thought they were suddenly in Beijing, China. And astronauts on the International Space Station called Charlotte, North Carolina, just to ask if everything was okay down there. The smoke from this car was blue, so I guess that means the kid is going to be a boy.
That's right.
I don't know how the expectant mother didn't miscarriage while being violently jostled around for 5 minutes in the car. I don't know, maybe Joey Logano, maybe that was his plan all along. It's pretty devious if that was the case. But with all that smoke, they both probably have tuberculosis now, and if we've learned anything from toxics crossing into the placenta, this kid is going to be living in an iron lung from birth.
Oh, man.
Michael, Joe Buck told a story on the Dan Le Batard show about the one time he ate a pot brownie. Oh, you so crazy, Joe Buck. You so crazy. This guy just loves trying to make it seem like he's one of the guys, like he's just one of us. But he's not. He's never been. His dad carpeted his free ride, his nepotoonistic handout. Joe Buck doesn't realize that when he's on TV, the rest of America has to eat pot brownies just to deal with listening to him.
Yeah, everybody thinks Buck's out to get them.
There are 1,000 sports broadcasters with more talent than Joe Buck. And there are at least one or two inside the walls of 97.3, I might add. But they didn't have a dad with a Major League Baseball resume that began in 1954. When they buried Jack Buck in 2002, they couldn't put his tux on him because the coattails are worn down to the last thread from Joe Buck's feet.
That's great.
Fellas, we are at the end of Three from the Guys. And I have to say, I still can't believe the giant hands attached to the giant arms to the giant specter that is Joel Embiid. And I thank you, Pete, for bringing that out today. You had the best story. You have won Three from the Guys.
Yes!
We have a winner. Congratulations, you are one of life's winners. We'll be right back.
All right, Pete Thompson is today's winner of Three for the Guys. You can be a winner, too. Right. Send us a text message, 609-403-0973. Tell us which story you like the best and who you thought won today. Tell us why that story stood out to you, and you can win a 4-pack of tickets to the Rough Riders and Friends show at the Atlantic City Beach concerts or WWE Battleground tickets in Philadelphia.